Sorry I missed your call earlier. Had to finalize a few things before I joined you at the Jordan K54. I know you've been putting in work these days. So, let's try the visualization exercise we talked about last week. It'll help you figure out the kind of player you want to be and choose the role you'll want to evolve into. So clear your head with a breath or two. Then picture yourself on a court. Now imagine 3 players, a guard, a wing, and a big. Let's dive into the role of a guard, like AI. Playing as someone like Iverson will give you a taste of what the role is made of: quickness, control, and action. Next, I want you to think of a wing. For example, Vince Carter. Playing on the wing gives you the opportunity to slash to the rim and finish with authority. Lastly, let's focus on the big. Lots of greats here, including Shaquille O'Neal. If you want to dominate the paint, look no further than this role. Obviously, you can impact the game in a lot of ways. Before you choose, though, visualize how you'd perform in each of these positions in a quick game. You ready? Go.
A lot of these that's the
You got a little taste of what each role has to offer. So what's it gonna be, kid? You a guard, a wing, or a big?
on the weekend. She mad as at me right now because I was her best friend DM, Miss Phil.
To Court Battles, a world created by the community, where you build your squad, define the rules in your custom court, and compete against others to earn hype and rewards along your quest in becoming the one. Race against time to take over as many courts as possible, each presenting a unique challenge every game. But while you're taking on opponents around the world with your attacking squad, you'll need to defend your one court with your home squad using different rule sets, lineup restrictions, and strategies to keep it from being taken. As you attack and defend, you'll unlock rewards to power up your squad, customize your one court, and make it even harder to take over. Balance everything just right, and you'll reach icon status in the world of court battles.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From American Airlines Center in Dallas, tonight, the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Houston Rockets. Let's do it. Matthews to Jordan. Inside, he scores.
Ed, I have to be real here, and it pains me to say this, but DJ has not been the same without CP3. Now look, he's still going to gobble up boards on both ends of the floor and give you high percentage buckets around the rim. So this is what you need to do as a defense. If he catches the ball too deep, hack a Jordan. Send him to the free throw line. Force him to make it from there. If not, force him to catch the ball on the perimeter, outside his pocket of confidence. And if you're able to box him out and not give him second chance points, you'll probably make him an ineffective player.
Dallas has it. That's blocked by Capella. That one out of bounds off a Rocket. Matthews. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Tucker with a shot that misses. Smith with it up top. Looking to make something happen to Harrison Barnes. Deep left corner. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock to Matthews. Fires the 3. His first effort off the mark. To Anthony. He throws it down.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Knocked loose. Rockets have the steal.
I'm hearing some, they know just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
Harden to Paul. Here comes the screen. Picked up by the Mavericks. Mavericks with the basketball. Smith to Barnes. The drive right to the basket. Barnes to Dennis Smith Jr. Driving right to the basket. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Barnes. To the rim. Flushes down the slam.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Harden shot, no good.
And so much of the shot is before the shot even occurs. As a defense, make him do things he's uncomfortable with. Stay up on him, make him catch the ball outside of his comfort zone.
Big slam. He looked like he was on a mission.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Anthony, a shot, no good. Smith with the basketball. 2-point advantage. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Dallas with the possession. Smith to Nowitzki. probing the defense. Smith now. He buries it, creating space with the step back.
My only concern with DS Jr. is that he needs to find an identity beyond being a highlight dunk waiting to happen. We've seen this before with guys like Vince Carter, who have had that much talent and also happen to possess a 48-inch vertical. You heard me correctly, a 48-inch vertical. Now, that can be tough to break through being a one-trick pony, especially when people try to keep you in that box forever.
Smith now into the front court. 10-6 our score. Rockets come up with it. Ball into the front court. Down 4. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Easy path to the rim.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Barnes to Nowitzki. Scores from the post.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Here comes the screen to Paul. Harden. That one off the mark. It's no good. Smith into the front court. It's 12-10. Harrison Barnes powers it through. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
It's in the hands of James Harden to Paul. Here comes the screen. Paul to Capella. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
The free throw. Here's Barea. It's 14-12. Knocked loose. Rockets have it. Almost, and he's not getting the call. Here's Barea. The lead is 2. Curling inside. Barnes. Not that time.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Down low, Capella. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
To Luka Doncic. They work it down to Barnes. It's Gordon with the stuff.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Knight into the front court. Down just a couple. To Paul. Count the bucket for 2.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Here comes the screen. To Luka Doncic. A pass taken away by the Rockets. Paul with it up top. He'll run the offense. Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
To Luka Doncic. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Visit our team website for more details.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Number 42, Nene. In the game for the Dallas Mavericks.
Hall.
Number 13.
From long range. Made his first effort, but not that time. It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. To Brunson. Probing the defense. Doncic. Going a launch beyond the arc. Missed it. Gordon with it. His team up by one. To Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul. Down to 5 on the 24. Lets it fly from shot off the mark. Good defense. Here's Barea. They trail by one. Brunson. That's blocked by Nene.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Rockets have the ball. Trying to cash in. Gordon with a shot off the mark.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Offensive board. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
DJ, one of the most ferocious dunkers we have in the game today. In fact, only Clint Capella had more dunks than Jordan's 212 last year. Wow.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
In the final 2 minutes.
First one goes down.
For the Mavericks, number 41, Dirk Nowitzki, subbing in for the
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Here's Barea. Down a point. Here comes the screen. He connects off the step back.
What was once a tight space is no longer. There is absolutely no way the defender can recover after that move.
Houston takes over. Here comes the screen. It's Paul for two. Second effort. First quarter's complete. It's the Mavericks with the lead. On to the second quarter. Neither team sees control in the first. Some interesting things, though, certainly on display.
A filling out process between each teams, and also, Ed, a filling out process with the referees. A lot of quick whistles. The game is being called differently. Look to see how both teams adjust.
It's a one-point game as we get rolling once again here in the second quarter. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. In the front court comes Smith. Leads one. Nowitzki. To Dennis Smith Jr. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Ed, 2 years ago, I was sitting in the draft room absolutely shocked that Dennis Smith went at 9 in the draft. And when I think about this young man's game, he is just scratching the surface of what he can do. He finished tied for 4th among rookies in scoring last season, and I guarantee you his game is going to continuously go to different levels.
Dennis Smith Jr. and buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
I love when bad shooters make shots. If they run down the court saying, I should get the ball more, that's when you say, no, you're open for a reason.
Here comes the screen. Paul. Knocked loose. Mavs have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Inside, he scores.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Houston with the basketball. Paul to Anthony. Nice pass to get things going.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Team foul number 1 for Dallas. Smith to the line, shooting 2.
First try, no good.
Entering the game for the Houston Rockets, number 13, James Harden.
Knocks down the second after missing the first. Harden in possession, trailing by 4. Anthony. Tough shot. Hand in his face. He makes them pay. Knowing Carmelo Anthony, the competitor, you know he wants to do the same things as he was doing 5 years ago. Can he?
Well, the answer easy is no. Your mind is telling you yes, but your body is saying the exact opposite. The next step for Carmelo Anthony is to understand that he needs to keep it simple. If he's a catch-and-shoot player, help provide spacing and open up that lane for other players to attack.
Hart with the basketball. Looking to make something happen.
To number 13, James Harden.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Into the game for the Houston Rockets, number 3, Chris Paul.
Smith. To Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic slams it down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Nothing going here on that drive. Smith now. Shot by Smith off the mark.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Mavericks with the possession. Surveys the floor. He's looking for an opening. Gets to the basket and scores.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Anthony knocks it down from mid-range. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
Doncic to Dennis Smith Jr. Smith with a shot. It won't fall.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Dallas owns the basketball. That's blocked by Capella.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Harden. Harden's shot, no good. Here's Barea, down by one. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets a shot up, off the mark.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Step back jumper, change of scenery, but how can Melo still impact a franchise?
It all starts with a mindset. It starts with embracing and accepting your new role. He is no longer a starter in this league. He's a guy that's going to need to be positive on the bench, bring in his shooting abilities off the bench, and also be a coach when he's on the floor. That's the next step in the evolution for Carmelo Anthony.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Paul to Anthony. Nothing going here on that drive. The drive right to the basket. Short jumper won't fall. Knocked loose. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Barnes to Dennis Smith Jr. Smith shot no good. Cruises inside for two.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Screen coming. Matthews to Harrison Barnes. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Nothing going here on that drive. Anthony with a shot. That won't go. Smith with it up top. He'll run the offense. Dennis Smith Jr. Barnes. Five on the shot clock for the Mavs. 24-second violation. New blood coming in for both sides.
Stepping in for Houston, number 10, Eric Gordon. Stepping in for the Mavericks, number 41, Dirk Nowitzki.
Harden to Anthony. Sent away by Jordan.
Sent a message in that one, Ed.
Dallas has it. Oh, Capella up to block it. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. To Anthony. Capella down low. From the painted area, won't go down. Now a steal as the Rockets have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Smith with the basketball. They trail by one. Nowitzki to Jordan. Driving right to the basket. Knocked loose.
1 minute remaining in the second quarter.
Has a chance, and he buries it on the step back. Jay, this move continues to evolve since the days of Allen Iverson.
It does so much, Ed. When you step back east or west while maintaining your dribble, look at all your options. Number one, a hezzy. You look at the rim. The defender jumps. You blow by him. Number two, maybe a crossover in the same direction you just came from to throw the defender off. Or number three, a raise into an easy jump shot. It's easy when you have this bag of tricks.
And when the game's on the line, that's arguably when it's most dangerous. To Paul. Harden. Fires the three. He engulfed him that time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Screen coming. Corner three at the buzzer. So the difference, 3 points as we've reached the break. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Mavericks have themselves a narrow lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Dallas Mavericks. The Rockets are keeping things exciting in a close matchup. And that deficit is a negative, of course. but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today.
Game track. Bench points.
What I found interesting about that half of basketball is how the momentum stayed high even when the substitutions started coming into the game. These guys coming off the bench, from both benches actually, are doing a great job of making positive contributions.
Player of the half.
Smith has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Now it's Harden at the controls to Paul. To Anthony. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Shot by Carmelo. No good. Inside, he scores.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Paul into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Jumper's good. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Anthony. Cashes in for 2. Sometimes it looks like he's not locked in, but think otherwise.
Let's be honest. Sometimes he is not locked in when the ball isn't in his hands. But do you need James Harden to be locked in 100% of the time? No, you need him to be locked in 95% when he has the ball in his hands. That's when something spectacular is going to happen offensively for your team.
And now Houston has the basketball. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Matthews. Nowitzki buries it on the catch and shoot.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Harden with it up top. His group now down 2. Harden to Anthony. Here comes the screen. Harden. Not going down here. Mavericks with the basketball. Brunson to Barnes. Screen coming. Gets it in the left corner. Barnes to Matthews. Fine to shoot. Curling inside. It's Harden with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Nothing going here on that drive. Anthony, it goes down. Oh, he's feeling good. Maybe too good.
And Melo will be the first one to tell you this. He's not ready to be a role player just yet. He can still put up points in bunches. Didn't shoot the ball that well last year. Averaged around 16 points total of his 15-year career.
Brunson to Nowitzki. Rockets have the steal.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Dallas with the possession. Brunson to Matthews. And hits the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip. Now Paul with the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Capella to Harden. And scores. Great body control, Jay, as he ran down the lane.
And when a player's running at you full speed and he takes those steps, there's no way you can defend him.
Smith to Jordan. It goes down.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
To Harden. It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. Smith, down low for Barnes. Scores from the post.
A couple of years ago, Harrison Barnes was one of those potential guys when he played with the Golden State Warriors. But he's really came into his own and found his stride as a solid NBA player playing the last 2 years for the Mavericks. He's developed a strong all-around game, averaging 19 points per game last season.
Smith now into the front court. They lead it, 4-point game. Smith to Harrison Barnes. Here comes the screen. Smith to Nowitzki. Has a look. Nowitzki's shot won't fall.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Mavericks with the possession. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
A simple touch foul.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Doncic. Matthews to Nowitzki. Nowitzki, no good.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter, but the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Paul. Nene with the dunk.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Dallas owns the basketball. Almost, and he's not getting the call. Another follow, stays out. across the timeline. Tie game, third quarter. Deep left corner to Paul. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Here's Barea. Down just a couple. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Paul. Beyond the arc for three. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
The Mavericks signal for timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. To Brunson. Tucker with the rebound. To Paul. He was hacked. They let it go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm shot.
Doncic to Brunson. Nothing going here on that drive. To Jordan. From the painted area, won't go down. Paul into the front court. Leads 5. Paul. Trying to cash in. Paul shot off the mark.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Doncic, shot clock winding down to Brunson. Has a chance. And Tucker with the rebound. Just off the mark. Here's Barea. 5-point game. Brunson to Jordan. Down low. To Luka Doncic. Down the lane, but the shot won't fall.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilize it ahead.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Hey, look, lesson learned. If there's a lot of contact on that and the ref didn't call, maybe the defense should get a little bit more physical next time down the court.
To Luka Doncic. Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it. Gordon with it. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. For 3, and the rebound comes down to Dallas. Deep 3 at the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete with the Rockets in front. It's been a compelling game so far. The 4th quarter is underway. Dallas has it. To Luka Doncic. Here comes the screen. buries it. Paul with it up top. He'll run the offense. Paul. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Has a look. That's no good. Gordon with it. Up 5. The screen sets him up for 2.
And what a postseason run last year for Eric Gordon. He's the perfect complementary player with James Harden and CP3. But in April and May, there was nothing complimentary about E. Gordon. He was an absolute star.
Rockets in control of the basketball. To Carter Williams. The drive, right to the basket, right down Broadway, 4-2.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Here's Barea. The margin standing now at 7. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. That slices the lead down to 4. Harden in possession. Leads 4. Tucker to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden to Paul. Harden. Textbook defense.
Notice that the defense isn't giving him as much space anymore. They're crowding him every time he catches the ball and really getting into his legs defensively.
Rockets have it. Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Anthony, he hits the 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Mavericks with the basketball. Smith to Nowitzki. Trying to cash in. And Carmelo grabs the rebound. Tucker to Capella. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Inside, he scores.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Paul driving, but he can't connect. Another follow, still no good. On the follow, way to stay with it.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Smith to Nowitzki. Dallas with 4 to shoot. Dennis Smith Jr. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First one, count it. Second and 3 is good. Three for 3. Nice. It's Rockets ball. Chance for Chris Paul. Paul's shot won't go down. Here's Barea. The deficit is 6. Barnes. To Dennis Smith Jr. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Paul to Anthony. To Paul. Has a chance with the step back. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Dallas with the possession. Smith to Barnes. Here comes the screen. No good, and no foul.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul to P.J. Tucker. 5 on the shot clock. Harden shoots and scores on the step back. The way he gets to the line, you have to respect every part of his game.
He is an occupational hazard for referees. He's the MVP of drawing fouls. He constantly baits the defender, which makes the defender's hands drop, which allows James Harden to drop buckets on him.
To Anthony. To Paul. Shot by Paul won't go.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Number 34, Devin Harris.
Paul. Shot by Paul, no good. Smith into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Here comes the screen. Doncic. They work it down to Barnes. Harden into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Not getting the bounce.
Give the defense some credit here. He killed them in the first half, driving and scoring at will. But now, it's lockdown time.
Layup goes down. Well done.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
And gets to the basket. Jay, he knew exactly where he was going with it. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Jordan shot off the mark.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Harden. And the Mavs able to clear the rebound. It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. Knocked loose. Rockets have the steal.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good. Jay, he's played for a number of teams in the Western Conference, no less. What do you make of Paul and his willingness to embrace a challenge?
Well, for the first 12 years of his career, he was ball dominant. The ball was forced to be in his hands every possession because nobody else, other than CP3, could make a play. Now there's a shared responsibility with the playmaking skills, and that only allows him to play looser, to play freer, to play more like he played in college, hunting his own shot and thinking pass second, score first.
Scores. Great body control on the step through.
It's not a travel if it looks pretty.
Mavericks with the possession. Smith. Here comes the screen. Driving right to the basket. Oh, Capella up to block it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Smith now. And the rebound comes down to the Rockets. He won't get away with this one. Referee calls it intentional.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
We get a whistle. In the eyes of the ref, he meant it. Intentional foul.
This is a close game and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Now a whistle. Dallas will use the timeout, but this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. Matthews. To Nowitzki. Scores from the post.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
First free throw is good. Them both. Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it. It's the Rockets who are victorious. They continue their unbeaten run. Red hot to start the season. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets got the win in a close game. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Mavericks lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. The way they shot the ball was outstanding, but even still, it wasn't enough to get the result they wanted. More often than not, you're going to win games when you shoot the ball as well as they did here today.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Chris Paul put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in his zone, he just took it to another. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.
Listen.